Good afternoon, this is David Wendell with BushcraftOnFire, and we're pleased to be with you for another video. Y'all pardon me for not having any videos up the last couple of days. We've had a massive computer meltdown here, and so we've been trying to restore our computers. I actually had to go out and get another computer to get everything done, but that's alright, everything works out. One of the videos I wanted to do that I had been asked to do was a review of why I used my SAK Hunter. Now this is an SAK Hunter made by Victorinox, and everything's made by Victorinox today. But out of this, I've just carved Tam, or whittled her a little spatula that she can use in the bush. She does a lot of cooking outside. She can flip things over here, stir things up. And what I wanted to do was show you the benefits of having this knife. So let me show you a couple things here. First thing is that the Swiss, Victorinox, make this knife out of stainless steel. Now I carry this all the time on my body, and one of the reasons I carry it is because it has a locking blade. When I get some kind of a folding knife, if it doesn't have a lock blade on it, I won't even use the knife, because what can happen is your knife can get stuck when you're whittling, and when you pull it back, the blade can shut up and come right across your fingers, cause a nasty cut. So this does have a good 4.5-inch blade on there. It does all the whittling that I need, and this is a piece of black oak, I believe, so it's pretty hard wood. But you can see this just carved right off of there. Made a big gouge in there on me, and does a nice job carving and taking that wood off of there for you. So it's got a pretty decent little blade. It wouldn't be my first choice for a blade to carry in the bush, but I do use it quite often if I'm whittling or if I'm carving out. The second thing, and this is really the reason I carry this, is because it has a 4.5 to 5-inch saw blade on it, and that blade will easily cut wood 1 inch, 2 inches thick, and it does a pretty good job. It's a sharp saw blade. You can see I've used it a lot. I keep it sharpened up. It's not too hard to sharpen, and that works well for me, carrying an extra saw blade in my pocket. Another thing that this SAK has on it, which I don't really use very often, is a knife that's got serrated edges. Now, I'm not wild about serrated edges, but I guess if you need to cut cordage quick, or if you needed to use this to cut a seat belt in an emergency if you were locked in a car, that's going to do a pretty good job. I actually use it to light my fire steels, and it works pretty well for that. This also has on it a screwdriver, can opener, wire cutter, typical of Swiss Army knives, and I don't use that very often either. But one of the things that I do use on this knife an awful lot is on the back side, which is an awl. And what I've been doing here, let me see if I can show you, is going through this to put a little handle on it to make it easier for Tam. And what I can do is go about halfway through. Now, one of the nice things about this awl, it has a place that you could put thread on it. So if you need to do emergency sewing in the bush, although it's going to leave a big hole, but in leather or something like that, it's going to work pretty well for emergency repairs. You can use this like an easy awl and be able to do that. So I've gone halfway through this. I turn around, you can see a little hole there, and I'll just put the knife in the other way, keeping my fingers out of the way. Now I also don't hold this knife like this, because that could shut, and this is a sharp edge. I keep that sharpened up. So I keep my fingers back, typically on the awl a little bit. Just go around a couple times, and there you go. A nice little hole through your work that you can hang it up, do whatever. So that's a little bit about this Swiss Army knife, this Victorinox. This is called the Hunter, again, and it is the knife I carry every day. I've been carrying this knife now for approximately 14 or 15 years, and it's never failed me yet. Victorinox has done a great job with the scales. The pins in it are very tight, so it's an excellent quality knife, and it stays right in my pocket all the time. That's why I carry the SAK. That's my Hunter, and that's what I carry. Swiss makes a lot of different knives. Let me show you one thing if you are considering getting a handhold knife. One of the things with Swiss, this is a pretty small knife. It's only got a few tools on it. You can get Swiss Army knives that are this big problem is you can't hold them in your hand, and if you really want to work with those, for example with the knife, I want something that's comfortable on my hand. If it was much thicker than this, it's going to leave blisters, it's going to leave problems that I can't really take care of. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this spoon and use the rest of this time to get this in shape for Tam. But we enjoy having you with us. We thank you so much for your viewership, for all of your support. Hope you have a great day. Join us soon on another video.